have a theory that I've been working on, and I want to know if you guys agree with me. Every Marvel project after Endgame has just been a push further and further to let its fans know that it's time to stop watching this garbage because we hate you. Hi y'all, SnarkyJay cosplay here. Once again, superhero giant company Marvel is in hot water. And this time it's not because they told their fans they're misogynists or racists or some kind of ist or phobe. It's actually because once again they have proven that their lack of creativity is somehow almost as bad as Disney's own lack of creativity. But first, a word from our sponsors. Summer is the busiest season of the year. With photo shoots and convention prep, I don't have time to meal prep or go out for lunch. That's why I rely on Factor. Factor meals are fresh, never frozen meals delivered to my door every week. They've got over 34 different ready-to-eat meals, and each one is tastier than the last. Factor meals are also calorie conscious, with each meal coming in at about 550 calories, which is super important to me when I'm wanting to look my best at conventions. Factor meals are ready in just 2 minutes, which saves me time when I'm at my busiest. They also offer delicious fruit smoothies, which really come in handy when I'm wanting a refreshing snack during a busy day of content creation. Factor takes the guesswork and the hassle out of mealtime for me. No dishes, no planning, just delicious, quality food. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code SnarkyJay50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. This week marked the release of the latest Marvel TV show, Marvel's Secret Invasion. And in the midst of a huge writer's strike in Hollywood, where a lot of creatives are starting to really realize how poorly they're being treated by the big corporations they work for, Marvel decided to put out a TV series where the opening credits are basically entirely produced by artificial intelligence. So in a world where human creativity is now such a luxury and is being tested by AI every day, Marvel, which is owned by one of the biggest media companies in the world, has decided to just not pay artists and instead go into some sort of ChatGPT, Midjourney, Dolly, whatever, and create their opening credits with AI. So Marvel using AI in its opening credits is kind of a huge deal for a number of different reasons. One of the major reasons why AI art gets such a bad rap on the internet is because it not only takes inspiration from every bit of art ever created, pretty much, but it actively steals bits and pieces from real art created by other people. As in, some AI art can actually be found with weird squiggles in the corners that are literally just artists' signatures being destroyed by these algorithms. So where a real human artist obviously takes inspiration from everything they've ever experienced, AI doesn't really take inspiration, it just actively steals bits and pieces from other people who studied and actually worked to produce something of quality. And you would think Marvel, a company with as much money as it has, would want to employ artists and give jobs to artists. After all, it's a company that makes money making live action and animated renditions of comic book stories that were written and illustrated by great people over the course of the last 100 years. And yet here they are with this AI atrocity of an opening credit sequence. Now, Marvel has in fact already tried to argue with people on Twitter that are claiming that this was up. They claim that technically no artists lost any jobs for this AI opening credit sequence. There were still artists involved and nobody got fired and replaced by AI. But because they rely so heavily on AI for this opening credit sequence, nobody got hired either. Now, if you look at the list of folks that are credited with the development of this opening credit sequence, it's basically just designers that used AI. And the list of folks that worked on that sequence is incredibly short. just 8 people in conjunction with some sort of AI program. You might think 8 people for an opening credit sequence isn't a bad number, but take a look at one of Marvel's past opening credit sequences. The opening sequence for the Netflix series Jessica Jones also features illustrated style images, and look how long the list of people who worked on that opening credit sequence actually is. I'll do the counting for you. 22 people worked on that opening credit sequence. 22 people versus 8 with an AI program. If you mean to tell me that the opportunity for jobs for real artists was not thrown away in exchange for the use of AI, you're absolutely wrong. There's no way that you can cut 14 jobs out of the same kind of sequence and claim that, yeah, that just happened. No, these people were replaced by AI. You used AI, so you didn't need to hire artists. And being that Marvel CGI artists are some of the most overworked and poorly treated artists within the industry right now, I think that this speaks volumes about the direction that Marvel is heading in. This opening sequence literally looks like dog shit, especially when you compare it to the beautiful opening sequence that is Jessica Jones, which was made by 22 real hardworking artists. We could go ahead and call this a metaphor for Marvel's lack of creativity and the fact that their franchises are in fact dying slow and painful deaths, or we could just say this is the future of technology, artists are getting replaced, get over it. I guess it all depends what side of the fence you're on. And that's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on the opening sequence of Secret Invasion in the comments below.